Hey guys, welcome to Husband and Wife Outdoor Life. Matt and I are on our way to another state today. We are actually going to do some hiking with my sister and her fiance Dan. So we're on the first leg of our journey. We are headed to the airport. So in true Fleming camping fashion, it is pouring rain. And we are anticipating storms and rain throughout the entire week. So stay tuned. I'm not sure how much footage of actual hiking I'm going to get done, especially if the forecasted tornadoes actually happen.
Well, we'll get to find out if the GoPro can survive the inside of a tornado and still hold on to its imaging.
That's not going to happen. We're not going to go hiking if there's a tornado, Mom.
Your seatbelt must be securely fastened at this time. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle.
So,
some more.
Oh, you got a big old pack there, girl. Where are we going, Laura?
We are going to the gas station.
Where are we going after the gas station?
We are going to Hodgins to Cedar Lake Park, and then we're gonna eat some food, set up our tents, and then set off on an adventure.
Adventure. Horsethief
Springs Trail
Horsethief Spring Trail
in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Hodgin, Oklahoma. I think that's how you say it.
Hodgins, close to Tahlequah. In
Tahlequah.
the Washita Forest.
We are at Cedar Lake Campground, Sandy Beach. Laura is setting up her tent, filling up her mats. What are those, thermarests, Laura?
XPG Cabela's.
XPG Cabela's. Oh, they look comfy. And Matt and I are in the process of setting up the Big Agnes and our X-Bed mats. About to make dinner on day one at Cedar Lake Campground. I'm gonna have a little lasagna with meat sauce, and Matt's gonna have some chicken teriyaki. Looks like Laura's gonna have some sweet and sour chicken and Hawaiian style rice and chicken for Dan. Right?
Opposite, actually.
Actually, the opposite. Laura and Dan use the Minimalist, where we use the Kettlist. Very similar, both by GSI. Pretty happy with both.
My phone said we were in Arkansas.
We're not.
I know.
How's your dinner?
It's heating my hands.
How's your dinner?
Very good.
We just had a little breakfast at Cedar Lake Campground, and we are about to hit the trailhead after we finish packing up. Are you excited for the trail?
Mm-hmm.
This is Laura, by the way, my sister. I'm not
Hello.
sure. She's been in several of our videos, her and her fiance, Dan, who's running up the hill there. So we're just packing up the tents, and we should be on the trail here in the next hour or so. We are at the Horsethief trailhead on Holston Valley Road. There is supposedly parking here. You can see a small like grassy spot, but that's about it. So if it's really wet or mucky, you're gonna want something with four-wheel drive. Also, it's on a big curve, so we decided the boys didn't want to park their car on the road, so they took it back to Cedar Lake. They're gonna park in the campground and then hike the 1 mile to us. So we're just gonna slack pack it real quick. Laura and I are just waiting at this trailhead until they arrive. So, Horsethief Trail, we have about roughly 8 miles, maybe a little bit more to camp tonight. It is backcountry camping, so you can camp anywhere you want. There's no designated spots, but we read in Backpacker Mag there's a pretty good site past Cedar Lake, so I marked it on, or Cedar Creek rather. I marked it on our GPS, and we're gonna try to locate that camp. So, trail looks a little bit rocky, a little bit muddy today, but should be good. Laura, you ready?
Yep.
She's ready. So when we originally booked this trip, we found it in Backpacker Mag, and they said to try it out in
2016.
It was a 2016 edition, and they said to try it out in March to look for these purple wild geraniums. And right at the trailhead here, we've already spotted some. So Backpacker Mag was correct, and we're looking forward to a few more. Actually, there's a couple more over there. So
There's actually a whole sea of them down there.
oh yeah, a whole bunch of them down there. So cool. All right, looks like a cool place to start hiking. So this is where we camped actually last night on Cedar Lake here. The trailhead actually starts on the north end of the campground, and it goes about 1 mile to this road crossing at Holston Valley Road where we are right now. So there's supposed to be a parking area here. There isn't. So the boys are taking the road back to the campground and then hiking this while Laura and I wait with the packs here. And then we're going to continue on our hike, and we're going to do the would be counterclockwise loop to make a longer first day and a shorter second day. The weather's supposed to be better today, so that's what our plan for now.
Like on the map, they said the color code on the map.
That's why I printed that other map. So we got kind of a weird start. The boys lost the trail and turned around and walked the road back, so they did like 4 times the miles they were supposed to in that little slack packing adventure. So we have actually decided to not do the counterclockwise day 1. We're gonna do clockwise, so that they're not doing over 10 miles today. So we're just gonna go to camp and spend a lot of time at camp. So we're just starting the trail here. Pretty easy so far. A little rocky, no big deal. So
This is about the fifth pace we went. It's easy.
so far so good. Little drop off. We're kind of walking a little ridge line after going up some small little switchbacks. Small little uphill. Laura can't breathe out of her nose. Little allergies, so that sucks.
Struggle bus.
Struggle bus. Dan leading the pack.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of little wildflowers. A lot of burnt wood in this area. I wonder if there was a forest fire.
Could have been. There's a lot of fires out there.
We passed our first trail junction and had to make our final decision on short day versus long day, and we're going to go with the short day. Spend some good time at camp. So, on our way.
Laura, there sure are a lot of things in Oklahoma that want to kill us.
We've now seen fire ants, possibly some bear poop,
There was no possibly on it.
not to mention tornadoes, windstorms,
No snakes yet.
and it appears to be a burnt little forest area here. A lot of blowdowns on the trail, navigating a few just now, walking along this beautiful ridgeline. It's gorgeous.
Made me think of the sign-filled episode where they feed the horse beef burrito.
We've spotted a new trail hazard. Horse nuggets on the trail. Lots of them. This trail is also an equestrian use trail, so the horses have definitely been out. Lower, lower. There you go. You got her.
It's a road like Russia has roads during Rasputin.
Horse prints.
Yeah, look at this mud.
On a pretty little creek. It's nice looking. Sounds nice. It's almost hot enough to go swimming. I think we'll continue to camp. So I'm about to cross this little creek. I took my shoes off. Laura and Dan are walking down a little ways to see if they can, whoo, that's cold, cross without getting their feet wet. A little slippery. Trying not to drop the camera.
You need help? I'm already wet.
Nope. Stopping for a snack break.
Ooh.
Chocolate, some Gatorade chews, jerky.
What? We're in like Wild West pioneering day land where dysentery ruled.
So we crossed this twice, according to the map. Well, we got camp set up and we're gonna make dinner / lunch. Laura, what are you having?
Louisiana red beans and rice, my absolute favorite.
What's Dan having?
He's having a Mountain House
Spaghetti?
Spaghetti with meat sauce.
Spaghetti.
Meat sauce, and
Yeah.
probably some of this.
Matt and I are gonna do the pizza margarita wrap from Packet Gourmet and then probably snack on some cheese and jerky. Eating a pizza margarita wrap from Packet Gourmet. Pretty good. Really good.
Very good. Use a tiny bit more water than they say.
Well, we didn't measure it right, so that was part of it. But very good. Lots of good flavor.
How many stars?
Oh, definitely 4.5 to 5. How's the red beans?
5 stars.
She likes her red beans.
Give it an hour or two before you decide.
We are headed down to Cedar Creek to get some water. Just doing a little camp chores. Dan staying back at camp just to take care of things. Laura, Matt, and I are taking the filters and the empty water bottles down this little hill here in this pine tree grove. And Cedar Creek should be somewhere near the bottom. So we'll fill up and check back with you later. Found our water source. Laura has a little collapsible bucket. I think it's by Sea to Summit, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so she's gonna use it to collect some water from that like streaming area there, and then we're gonna filter it with our Sawyer squeeze system. It's easy if you have a container, especially when it's shallow like this, to pour it into your Sawyer bags. They're not always easy to fill up here. Just step right on that rock. Yep. Now the next one, put your foot across it. There you go. Should fill it up. This is a Sawyer gravity filter at work. Love this thing. Made it. Laura's doing the Sawyer squeeze, the mini, Squire mini. You got it?
Mm-hmm. Squeeze it like a bagpipe.
She's squeezing it like a bagpipe. That's her professional technique. She's gonna spill. You're spilling. Almost fell. Almost got it.
Always feels like a good backpacking trip when you got a filter.
Got our water. Headed back to camp. So, it's just a short little walk.
I don't know, give me that chili and fireball. And then dysentery.
So we've got our camp set up here. Matt's over there in our little kind of eating area. We're eating a little ways away from camp. Dan and Laura are down there by the fire pit making a little fire, enjoying that. This is their tent. They have the north face. I want to say it's the Stormbreak or the Talus. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask her. And they have the Kelty Noah tarp, the newer version up there, just kind of covering it for the rain tonight. We have a Z-Pax Cuban fiber flat gray tarp here. I've pitched it really, really low, and I'm actually going to pull that other corner down a little bit. Basically just going to put our shoes and our packs and things under here because we're expecting some heavy storms tonight. I don't like all this stuff in my tent, so it just gives it a dry spot to hang out in the morning to have breakfast since it'll be raining, and everything can stay dry. So, and then our tent, the Big Agnes copper spur is over here, way down there. I have a line strung up on a branch for our bear bag, and Matt and I have a few things drying out on that tree branch there. So I'm just kind of getting things ready for the storm tonight, and hopefully it's not too bad. Radar doesn't look super great. So we're just going to enjoy some time by the fire and maybe have a few snacks and hang out. Really hot hiking today, so we're going to make some Gatorade powder in the water here so we don't get dehydrated. It's still really hot here. For March, it's like, would you say like 80?
73, but 53+% humidity.
Yeah, lots of humidity. Shake it for the camera. Give it a taste. Pretty good?
It's not soggy. Nope, there's nothing left to it.
Making dinner. Chili for Matt and pad thai for Laura and Dan. Hey, not sure if you can see this, it's pretty dark. We are going to break camp very early. It is like 4:30 in the morning. We got some pretty nasty storms coming our way, so we're just going to bust out of camp and make it back to the car before they hit too severely. We just woke up Laura and Dan, and Matt and I are packing up here, and we should be out of here shortly. That actually went a little better than I anticipated. We were dry most of the way until we hit probably mile 1.2 or so left to our destination. And then we, guys, you missed the trail. Hey, I think you passed it, buddy.
Is this a blaze right here?
This is Equestrian Road. Look at.
But I don't see blaze.
Let me just walk up this and see if there's a blaze.
Shine light on this. Is this a blaze? Right here.
Is that a white blaze?
No, that's tree mold.
The boys were right. We were on the right track. So we are almost back. It's actually daybreak now, so we're close. We're following these really poorly marked white blazes that are blending in with the trees, and it's making it very difficult to navigate, especially in the dark. But it just broke day, so the sun's about to come up, and we can see a lot better now. So we are almost back to safety. I'm about to text Mom because I know she's probably panicked right now watching the tracker and us walking through that band. So the crew is talking about Laura's cat Albus. They miss him, and coffee. Those are the two things on everybody's mind right now. Cats and coffee. Shows you where our priorities lie. We kind of skipped breakfast and coffee this morning. Just decided to bug out quickly to beat that hailstorm and the potential for a tornado. So Oklahoma hiking is new to me, it's new to Matt, it's new to Laura and Dan, and thank God they're moving back home to the great state of Michigan where we do not get thunderstorms and lightning and hail like they do. I mean, we get them, but they're not nearly as severe. So I'm super excited to be back home with them so we can do some more trails in Michigan. Look forward to the links for those trails coming up soon. We should have, actually Matt and I have several already in the playbook for this year, and we're going to film them all, so I will check back with you when we are safe. We are back in the state park, nice and safe. The first band has passed. So, it's starting to rain again, so that second one is coming, but we're back to safety, so not concerned now. Laura, how you feeling?
I'm good. I'm great.
A little wet?
A little wet.
Matt, how you feeling?
I want Wendy's and beer.
He wants Wendy's and beer.
It's like 7:30.
Coming up on the trailhead. Dan's car should be parked up here just a little ways. There's Cedar Lake up there. I don't know if you can see it in the waterproof case. Actually kind of nice out now that we beat the storm. Pretty dogwoods are blooming all over the trail. They've been nice to see. That and the violets and the wild geraniums have been out. We've been seeing lots of wildflowers. We just saw a couple turkeys coming off the roost a few minutes ago. We spooked them off, I think. Close to the car, just in this campground outcropping right now. You can actually see the buildings up there. So, almost done. Oh look, stairs. Could have used those on the ridge. Laura.
It was fun. It was
A little bit adventurous.
definitely adventurous. We were wet.
There were murderous snakes, spiders that want us to die, and a buttload of lightning, and I'm still here, so it could have
actually see any snakes.
We saw buttloads of lightning and what's possibly brown recluse.
We have found coffee. Elvis!
I thought you left me, you jerk. Can't see shit, Captain.
That's not gonna happen. We're not gonna go hiking if there's a tornado, Mom.
Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, you better have a beer of the wine when they're passing around.
This is 1.52 inches below the normal amount of 3.06 inches.
Yeah, that's rare. That's what gets in the view.